All right, looks like we are live. Give it a couple moments before we get started. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday, everyone. My name is Lindsay Silbert, and I will be leading you through a 45-minute power yoga flow today. You don't really need any props. I always practice with some blocks, so if you like blocks, grab a couple. If you don't have blocks handy and you like to use something, grab water bottles. You can also grab textbooks, really anything to give you a little bit of height. We are going to start on our mats today in child's pose, and we will jump right into our power yoga flow. So now this is a power class, obviously, it's power yoga, right? So we are going to be moving quickly. We're not going to be resting too much, but that being said, this is your practice, so please take care of your body. Feel free to rest whenever you need to, especially if you're doing this class later on and it's not live. Feel free to press the pause button and take as much time as you need and come back whenever you're ready. In addition, any poses that don't feel comfortable, just please modify, make them work for your body. So again, we're going to come to child's pose to get started. And bring the big toes together. Walk the knees a little bit wider so the belly and the rib cage can have a place to rest. Then we're just going to melt the forehead and the chest down towards the mat. Now, if it's comfortable, you can stack the hands and rest the forehead down on that. Otherwise, you can just let the head come down onto the mat. And keep the arms soft for now. Just take a couple moments here to feel the body. Soften through the forehead and the jaw. Relax the shoulders. And take a deep breath into the hips. Maybe feeling the spine lengthen just a little more. Notice if there's any tension that you're holding on to. And if you find a place that feels tight or sticky, breathe into that area. And with every exhale, let it soften and relax. And then begin to come into your breath practice, deepening and slowing the breath down. Maybe constricting the back of the throat to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. Any and all breaths work in and out through the nostrils if possible. Again, just slowing it down. Keeping your inhales the same length as the exhales. Belly expands as you inhale. And contracts on the exhale. Take a couple more deep breaths just like this, and then we'll get started to move. And I invite you to take a moment here to set your intention for today's practice. Think your reason for coming to your mat. Maybe just intending to stay present, feel strong, feel good, whatever it is, bringing something to mind now. And take 3 more breaths here. Softening into the mat. And then begin to inch the fingertips forward to activate the arms. So walk the hands to the top of the mat, spread the fingers out, and as you spread the fingers, press into the hands to lift the wrists and the forearms off the mat to make this a very active child's pose. Sorry, you might see my cat in the way of this, but just extended child's pose here. Take a full cycle of breath as you reach the hips back to the heels. And then we're going to swing the hands back to the lower back, interlace the fingers, and then gently begin to reach the arms up. Keep a micro bend in the elbows, resting the forehead down. Take a breath or 2 here. Soften around the neck. And then release, extend the fingertips forward once again. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Take a couple breaths, stretching through the left side body, and you can stack the left hand on top of the right to go in a little deeper. Next, inhale, walk the hands back to center. And as you exhale, walk the hands over to the left to stretch through the right side body. Take a breath or two here. Inhale, hands back to center. Lengthen the spine, and then we'll interlace the fingers again. Switch one finger over, so other thumb on top, and then begin to reach the knuckles again up, either to the ceiling or overhead if that's comfortable, just stretching the shoulders out. Now, if this does not feel good, you can always grab a strap or a towel between the hands. Again, soften around the neck, relax the jaw, and take one more breath here. And then release, fingertips reach forward. Then we'll come on up to hands and knees. Walk the knees back under the hips so you're in tabletop. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow. Inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the tailbone. As you exhale, round the spine, press the floor away, pulling the belly in and up. Take a couple more cycles, moving with your pace of breath. We'll get into our flow in a moment, really building some heat, but just taking a couple moments in the beginning of our practice to slowly connect in, linking our breath with our movement. Last breath here. Exhale into your cat pose. Inhale to neutral. Walk the hands one handprint forward. Spin the inner elbows forward. Tuck the belly, spread the fingers, and then begin to lift the hips up and back as you tuck the toes for your first downward facing dog. And just take any movements here that feel good. You can pedal the legs out, bending one knee as you straighten through the opposite leg. Moving a little side to side if it feels good. You can rock the hips back and forth. You can nod the head yes, shake the head no. Again, anything that the body's calling for. If down dog does not work for you, set the knees down and rest in your child's pose. Take another breath here. Then we'll inhale into a plank pose, top of a push-up. So come forward, shoulders stacking over the wrists, knees up, or you can set those knees down, whatever feels best on the body. Take a few breaths here as you press the floor away. Keep the heart reaching forward and keep pulling up on those kneecaps if the knees are lifted here. Firming the thighs, one more breath. And then knees up or down, inhale, shift those shoulders 1 inch forward. As you exhale, slowly lower down to the belly. We're gonna make everything touch at once. Untuck the toes, inhale, peel up into a cobra. And then we'll press back up to plank pose. So come on down, tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the thighs, take an inhale. And as you exhale, press up in one straight line into plank and then down dog. Couple breaths here. Pedal the legs out again. We're finding your child's pose if that feels more appropriate on the body. On your next inhale, look towards the hands. As you exhale, bend the knees and slowly walk the feet up to meet the hands coming to the top of the mat. Parallel the feet, and as you inhale, slide the hands up the shins or thighs as you make a flat back. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, let the head go. On your inhale, keep that slight bend in the knees as you come up to stand. Come up with a long spine. Reach the arms out, around, and up. And then as you exhale, pull the palms together in front of our hearts. And find your mountain pose, Tadasana, at the top of the mat. So arms by the sides, palms face forward. Spread the toes, press evenly through all 4 corners of the feet. Lift up on the kneecaps to firm the quadriceps. Tail lengthens down, belly firm, heart lifts, face is soft. Let's take a full cycle of breath and then we'll go into some sun salutation series A. So big breath in, exhale to release, and we'll flow. Inhale, reach the arms out, around, and up. As you exhale, slight bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull the heart forward. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back to plank pose, knees up or down. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale to the belly or chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, pull the hips back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Using your down dog to come back to your breath and also coming back to your intention. Using it as a bit of a reset pose. Almost like coming home over and over again. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward, come up on the toes. Exhale, step walker, float the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Rise to stand, inhale, reach the arms up. And palms connect to exhale. We'll keep it moving. A couple more cycles of these sun salutations. Inhale up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or float into chaturanga. If you're jumping, land with bent elbows in chaturanga, not in plank pose. Open the heart as you inhale. Exhale, pull it back, down dog. Again, reset. Reset the mind. Reset the body. And really reset the breath. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, palms to the heart. Last cycle of these. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Option to skip chaturangas also. You can hold plank or go right to down dog. Open the heart as you inhale. Send it back as you exhale. From your down dog, inhale, lift the right leg up and back. And as you exhale, step it right in between the hands. Spin the left foot flat, and we'll come into warrior two to warm up the lower body. So lower body also warming up the shoulders too. Take this right knee, guide it open, and spin the left inner thigh up. Soften the shoulders. And as you gaze over the right fingertips, you'll take your left rib cage and spin it open a little bit. Extending through opposite fingers. Sink down into it. Another breath or two here. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. As you exhale, chaturanga, step back to plank and lower. Or again, option to skip it. Open the heart, inhale. Exhale, pull it back, left side, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it between the hands, back foot spins flat, and cartwheel the arms open into your warrior two on this side. If you look down at the feet, left heel should intersect with the right inner arch. And then left knee opens, right inner thigh spins up. Same thing on this side, take the right rib cage this time and rotate it open. Extending through opposite fingertips like you're trying to touch the front wall and the back wall at the same time. Keep those shoulders soft, belly firm. A little bit of shavasana in the face here. We want to bring a little bit of shavasana into all of our poses. Couple more breaths. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, vinyasa. Hands come down, step back, and lower. Resting in down dog. Or setting the knees down and resting in your child's pose. Breathing here, long, slow, smooth cycles. Next, inhale, gaze forward, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, feet to the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root through the feet, press to stand, come all the way up with an inhale. And exhale, palms connect in front of the heart. Take a moment here, close the eyes and notice how you feel. Building some heat in the body. Maybe feeling the heartbeat a little bit faster. Try to use the breath to slow it down. through some Sun Salutation Series B, so we'll be going into Warrior One, breath with movement. Now, if I go a little fast or a little slow, you move at your own pace, catch up whatever you need. All right, let's take a full breath together. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, come to chair pose. Exhale, fold in half, belly to thighs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, vinyasa. Step back and lower. Open the heart, inhale. Down dog is your exhale. Right foot steps immediately. Left foot plants flat. Warrior One, inhale, come on up. As you exhale, ride the breath down through chaturanga if possible. Inhale over the toes. And exhale back to down dog. Left side, left foot steps. Back foot spins flat. Use the core to bring you into Warrior One, inhale. And then ride that breath down. Chaturanga is your exhale. Inhale to open the heart, and exhale, send it back. And especially in our Sun Salutation Series Bs, use these down dogs to catch your breath. We do move fast. They are meant to warm the body up a lot. Go through a couple more of these. Take one more breath here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale, press to stand. We'll do two more. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga or skip it. Again, if you're jumping back, you land in chaturanga with those elbows bent to a 90-degree angle. All right, once in down dog, right foot steps, back foot flat. Inhale, Warrior One. Exhale, hands come down and lower. Open the heart, inhale, and send it back, exhale. Left side, left foot steps, right foot plants. Warrior One, inhale, and exhale to release. Lowering down through your vinyasa. And resting in your down dog. Again, you can take a couple breaths here or set the knees down, resting in your child's pose. Maybe even grabbing a sip of water if that's what the body's calling for. One more breath wherever you are. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, feet to the hands. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Fold on your exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Exhale, press to stand. Inhale, chair pose, keep it going. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find length through that spine. Exhale, step or float back. Really moving through these. Lots of heat building. All right, right foot steps, left foot plants. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, ride that breath down. Inhale over the toes. And exhale, down dog, left side, left foot steps, back foot spins flat. Inhale, Warrior One, hips square. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. To up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Good work. Taking about 5 deep breaths here. Again, knees up and down dog or rest in child's. If you're in child's pose and you're ready to move on, come back up into down dog. Otherwise, just rest there until you're ready and then meet us. All right, if you're ready to move on, let's take a full breath here. Big inhale, full exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step it up by the right hand, Warrior One once again. Come on up. All right, coming into Humble Warrior. So you might want to heel toe the right foot over to the right a little bit. And then we'll interlace the fingers behind the back. Left foot is flat, about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, reach the knuckles down and open the heart. And then as you exhale, come forward, fold inside the right leg. Keep a micro bend in the elbows as you reach the knuckles up. Tuck the chin to release the back of the neck and squeeze that right hip in and back. Belly stays firm. Take a couple breaths. Use the core to bring you back up to warrior one. Take an inhale. As you exhale, open warrior two. Heel to arch alignment. Straighten the right leg, and we'll make our way into triangle pose. So if you like a block or a prop, you can grab that. Arms to a T. Inhale, shift forward from the right hip crease. Exhale, right hand down. Left arm reaches up. And breathing here. On your next inhale, reach the left arm over the left ear. As you exhale, circle it around. Inhale, left arm reaches forward. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale, forward. And exhale, loop it around. 2 more breaths here. Press into the big toe mound of the right foot. And keep that right hip hugging into the midline of the body. Bend the front knee. Come on up, warrior two. Connect the palms together in front of the heart, stepping up to tree pose. So we'll gaze forward to the top of the mat. We're going to balance on the right leg. And as gracefully as possible, we're going to step the left foot up. Either bring it to the bottom of the right leg or bring it up to the inner thigh. If you fall out, oh well, you come right back into it. All right, palms can stay in front of the heart, or you can extend the arms up. Hug the right hip into the midline of the body and then gently drop the left hip down. Reach the heart up. If you're feeling steady, maybe you lift the gaze as well. Or retract those shoulders. Last breath here. Bring the palms together in front of the heart, stepping back into crescent pose. So hug the left knee in towards the center. Then we're going to kick it back, finding our crescent pose. So left toes stay tucked, arms reach up, palms together in front of the heart. Come in for a crescent lunge twist. So we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, left elbow hooks outside the right knee. Now if this is too much, you can set the left hand down and take the right arm up. Otherwise, prayer twist here. Twisting into the upper back. Couple breaths. Keep the belly firm. Right hip hugging in and drive through that left heel. All right, now if you are in the prayer twist, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Options, go right to plank, or we're gonna slide into a side plank. So come onto the outer edge of the left foot, balance on the left hand, stack the right leg on top of the left leg, and then reach the right arm up. Flex the feet, arc the hips towards the ceiling, relax the head back, press out of the left shoulder. 1 breath here. And then come to plank pose, and either take a vinyasa or go right to down dog. And breathing. All right, left side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step it up for warrior one. So right by that left hand, right foot spins flat, and then come on up. Now finding our humble warrior on this side, you want both hips square to the front of the mat. You might need to heel toe the left foot out to the left. Interlace the fingers, one finger over, so other thumb on top. As you inhale, open the heart, gaze up, and then as you exhale, left shoulder inside that left knee. Come on in. Slight bend in the elbows. Relaxing the neck. And take that left hip and draw it in and back. You want to make sure it's not popping out to the side. Firm the belly and stamp evenly through all 4 corners of both feet. So right leg is active here. Take another breath. And then use the belly to bring you all the way back up to warrior one. Come on up, release the hands, arms reach, and then we'll open up warrior two. Adjust the feet, heel to arch alignment if that works for you. Settle in for a moment, and then left leg works still straight. Grab your block if you use one. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, left hand down. Right arm reaches up. And then hug the left hip into the midline. Relax back. Belly firm. Inhale, right arm over the right ear. Exhale, circle it around. Inhale, reach forward. Nice side stretch. Exhale, slowly bring it all the way around. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it back up. Stay here for a moment. Scissoring the inner thighs together without locking those joints. So you always want to soft bend in the knees and the elbows. Slowly come back up to warrior two. Bend the front knee. All right, palms together in front of the heart, coming into tree pose on the left leg. So we'll gaze forward and we'll step up to balance on this left leg, bringing the right foot either above or below the knee, whatever works for you. Finding a spot to gaze at to help with our balance, and then maybe extending the arms up. Left hip hugs into the midline of the body. Right hip drops down gently. Belly firm. Heart lifts. Just greeting the day. One more breath here. Palms connect. Right knee draws forward. We'll step back into our crescent lunge. So step the right foot back. Reach the arms up. Palms connect in front of the heart. Come in for your twist. Reach forward, and then as you exhale, hook the right elbow outside that left thigh and rotate yourself open. Twisting from above the belly button. Driving through that back foot. Again, you can bring the right hand down if that's more accessible for you. Take the rotation into the upper back here. One more breath. Excellent. And then right hand down, left arm reaches up. Lots of options. Go to plank pose and pause and down, or you can take a vinyasa, go right to down dog, or come to the outer edge of the right foot, balancing on the right hand, stacking the left foot, and reaching the left arm up. Flexing the ankles and breathing here. Relax the head back and gently shift the top hip forward. One more full cycle. Excellent. Plank pose and either vinyasa or rest. All right, we're going to keep this moving. So on your next inhale, shift forward to plank pose. And then as you exhale, lower down to the belly. Interlace the fingers behind the lower back, press the tops of the feet down. Belly stays firm here, pubic bone presses down. As you inhale, lift the heart, reach the knuckles back and add the legs. So lots of shoulder opening today. If this is too much, grab a towel or strap between the hands or just reach the arms back. Bring the big toes together, heels come slightly apart. Neck stays nice and long here, so your gaze is down. Take another breath. And then lower down, rest one cheek on the mat. Feel the heartbeat. All right, coming up again. We'll interlace the fingers, other thumb on top. Belly firm, pubic bone presses down, and then when you're ready, inhale, lift everything up. Maybe lifting a little higher this time. Inner thighs spin up. Now options, you can stay here with the fingers interlaced or bend the knees, reach back for the ankles or the feet, and come on into bow a little bit deeper. Breathing here. Shoulder blades press into the back of the heart. Spread the toes wherever you are. 2 more cycles of breath. Slowly release. Place the other cheek on the mat. And this time just rock the hips a little from side to side. And then extend the arms out to a T, palms facing down here. We're going to stretch the shoulders. So keep the right arm out, and then we're going to gaze to the left. So set either the right ear or cheek down. You can also grab a block and set the head on that if that's more comfortable. Bring the left fingertips in, and we're going to roll to the right side of our body. Now, lots of options here. You can keep the left leg stacked on top of the right leg, or maybe you bend the knee and take it back behind you so that knee is pointing up. You can also do the same with the right leg. You can keep the left hand here, or maybe bring it to the lower back. Or if you've got the flexibility, maybe you find the right hand back behind you and interlace the fingers. Take a couple deep breaths. Really deep shoulder opener. So please just go as far as what feels good for you. Release the interlace and then come back to the belly. Left arm comes out. We'll switch sides. Keep the left hand where it is. Inch the right fingertips in and we'll roll to the left side of the body. Now again, you can keep the right leg stacked on top. You can bring that foot behind. You can bring both knees up. And then with the right hand, either keep it planted down, bring it to the lower back, or maybe interlace. Breathe in here. Last deep cycle of breath. And then slowly release, come back to the belly. Bring the forearms to the mat, come into Sphinx pose, elbows under the shoulders, palms flat. Pull the heart forward as you press the pubic bone down. And then we'll interlace the fingers. Make sure elbows are shoulders distance apart. You can even grab them to make sure. Interlace those fingers, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into a forearm plank. Keep the heart reaching forward, hips and shoulders in line here. So make sure that butt's not sagging. Make sure it's also not lifting. All right, one more breath. And then we'll walk into down dog on our forearms, dolphin pose. So walk the feet in and take 5 breaths here. Let the head go. Release the back of the neck. And hug the femur, the thigh bones into the hip sockets. And as you do that, maybe you find that the heels come closer to the mat. Press the forearms away from the mat as well, lifting the shoulders up. Take 2 more breaths. Excellent. Set the knees down. Find a child's pose. This time keep the knees together. Reach the arms back. Forehead comes down. Take a moment here. Just rock the head a little side to side. Giving the forehead and the brow a little massage. And then reach the fingertips out in front. We'll press back into a down dog. And then we'll bring the right leg forward for pigeon pose. So right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist. Scoot that left foot back. Left toes point straight back behind. Come up on the fingertips, take an inhale. You could slide something under the right hip if it's popping up. And then you can stay up or come on down. You can come down to any degree. You can also come all the way down if that feels good. Work here today. Take 5 of the deepest breaths you've taken all day. Notice where you can relax. What can you soften? And one more breath here. If you lower down, press back up on the hands. Now we're gonna come to sit on the right hip and then swing the left leg around. Stamp that left foot outside the right knee. We're gonna pull this in, we're taking a twist. You're gonna hug the right knee in, left fingertips behind. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, twist. If it feels better, you can also hook this right elbow outside. I like to hug it in. I get a nice stretch in the hip here. Every inhale, maybe finding a little bit more length through the spine. And then every exhale, coming into the twist, possibly a little deeper. Rolling the left shoulder back. And then slowly coming back to center. Swinging the left leg back behind, tucking the toes, planting the hands, press back to down dog. If you want, you can stretch this right leg out for a moment, and then we'll set it down, switching sides. Bring the left leg forward, left knee behind the left wrist, left ankle behind the right wrist. Scoot that right knee back, right toe straight behind. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the heart again. You can slide something under this left hip, and then as you exhale, maybe come on down into it. If this bothers the knee or bothers any other part of the body, come on the back and take thread the needle with the ankle crossing over the opposite thigh. And then once you come in, just close the eyes, and again, deepest breaths here. All the tension go in the shoulders, the jaw, the hips. Just exhaling it all out here. Last full breath. Gently walking yourself up, sitting on that left hip, bringing the right leg around, planting that foot outside the left leg. And then we'll hug that left knee in, right fingertips down behind. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist to the right. Rolling the right shoulder open. And again, with our twist, inhales to lengthen, exhales, rotate maybe deeper into the upper back. Last breath here. Come on back to center. We'll send that right leg back, tuck the toes, plant the hands, press back into your last downward dog. Maybe lift that left leg, stretch out the hip for a moment. Set it down, take a final breath here, big inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to seated. Swing the legs forward. Coming into Dandasana, staff pose. Flex the ankles, hands by the sides. Press the heels forward as the toes pull back. Inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, fold in. Grab onto whatever you can. It doesn't have to be the feet, it can be the legs, it can be the thighs, it can be a strap. And just take a couple deep breaths. Keep lengthening the spine, so don't want to round here too much. Keep leading with the heart. Softening the shoulders. Last breath. Come on up and slowly lower down to the back. Finding a happy baby, so grab the legs, you can hook the big toes or outer edges of the feet. Drawing the knees down by the side ribs and lengthening the spine. Rock yourself a little side to side if that feels good, or you can also play around with straightening the legs out. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, make our way into our final resting pose. Either extend the legs out, letting the feet flop open, or you can bring the soles of the feet together, knees fall wide, arms to the sides, or you can cactus the arms out. Let's see if you can flip the palms up. Palms up is a gesture to receive. And in Shavasana, we're receiving all the benefits of our practice. This is the most important pose. Take a big inhale through the nose, fill up with air. As you exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Let everything go, melting down. Quiet minds, quiet bodies, Shavasana, rest. This is a shorter class, we are going to wrap up, but if you have time, please stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, take a deeper breath wherever you are. Bring some movement back to your extremities, wiggling the fingers and the toes, pulling out the wrists and the ankles. Take a full body stretch here, arms overhead, legs forward. And then hug the knees in. Roll yourself off to one side. Pause here for a moment. Come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. And thank yourself for showing up today. Taking care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. Gently using your top arm, press yourself up to any comfortable seated pose. You can cross the shins if that's comfortable, or sit on the knees, whatever feels appropriate. Just bring the hands to the thighs, palms up. Take a moment here as you lengthen the spine to feel the body. Notice the mind. And notice the breath. Bring the palms together. Lift the heart. Bow the head. Thank you for letting me share my practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today for Power Yoga. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got some heart pumping movements in there and are feeling energized and relaxed right now too. Feel free to leave any comments. We are working on our outdoor fitness schedule, which is super excited. So please keep your eyes open for a schedule. We'll be getting that out to you soon. And I look forward to seeing you back on your mats. Have a fantastic Thursday and happy Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy.